Here's what I found in August of 2023. We start with the store finds, which are just a few. Well, actually my local Carrefour hypermarket was doing clearance on some Diecast. So I got this for 50% off. A Maisto design Elite Transport, kind of the team transport of Maisto, but they did it a long time before Hot Wheels started it. The International Durstar flatbed with the Lamborghini Centenario. On the back there's a lot of mumbo jumbo, and then there's the date of the product, 2021 release this is. Let's take a look. There we go. So we get the sports car, or supercar, whatever you want to call it. Plastic base, rubber tires. As you can see, this one's got come off the rim a little bit, but it's an easy fix. Back too. These tires on this side are relatively okay. So this basically has a full deco, the flat black painted roof with some silver striping, black mirrors, Lamborghini logo on the side. Got the model and company name on the back there. Some silver for the exhaust. Big diffuser, taillights, and in the front got some details there too. And the rig, plastic base, also got some tires that have come off the rim. Julie's in the back. Supercar transport. A few of these storage boxes underneath the bed. And one here underneath the cabin too. Nice chrome front end. Got the back seat, so it's kind of a stretched cabin, which is common for these haulers, because if you have a vehicle that's broken down and there's a lot of passengers in the vehicle, you can take them with you on the back seat in the cabin. Got some taillights details there, Maisto on the license plate. Separate piece for the light bar on top, and then the bed slides to the back and it comes off all the way, which I was not expecting. It kind of should hold it in there, shouldn't it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Fontana, California. Not bad, but they should, you know, at normal price they're not worth it because they have a plastic base. This reduced price, I'm okay with it. And the Aldi discount stores sold the Matchbox 5-packs again, same ones as the previous time. So a few months ago I got most of them, most of the 2023 5-packs at a local location of the Aldi discount stores close to my home for €8 each, which usually I'm not happy paying, but because they had so many of them, I decided to pick them up. They had a lot of leftovers apparently. Clearly, well, that's always the case. They always sell that stuff in to deliveries. So this time they sold them for a little less, €6.99. That's about the same price as they were the past few years. And there were 2 5-packs in there. I went to 2 different locations that I was missing for 2023, and luckily I found them. The electric drivers one was not available in any of the locations I visited now. So that's definitely one of the most popular 5-packs of the later years, because I've never found the 2022 electric drivers ones. So let's see, these are all repeats or re-releases or reissues or whatever you want to call them. So first up we got the Ford Police Interceptor. This was a 2013 Mission Force Police Crew release. The only difference is that the original had the red light bar, and this one has the light bar part of the window piece. Secondly, we got the 2010 Ford Transit Connect. This was a 2011 mainline that was only available in the USA. So that's kind of cool that us European collectors can get our hands on this USA only release. Usually I'm not a big fan of these re-releases, but in this case that's kind of interesting. The MBX City Bus was released previously in the 2019 Matchbox or MBX Service Crew 5-pack. It's got the metal base and the plastic body. Then the MBX Urban Tow Truck was previously released as a 2015 mainline and was also in the City Adventure 5-pack in that same year. And then we've got the 2008 Pierce Dash Fire Engine, which was a 2014 mainline, a very common one. I have several of these already, so I kind of wish they re-released a different one so I could possibly get my hand on the variation I did not have yet. Why is it always that they re-release the ones that are so common over here? I don't get that. Anyways, and the second one, well, I will open these up in the 5-pack year review video of 2023. Obviously still need to do the 2021 one, and the 2022 one I will not be able to do because I'm missing 3 5-packs of 2022. MBX Construction 4. Did I mention this was the City Drivers 3? I don't know if I mentioned that, but you saw that, right? All exclusive vehicles in here. Chevrolet Silverado 4x4, all in orange. It doesn't actually have a 70th anniversary logo on the vehicles, but you know, there's that's probably the reason why they are orange, to kind of celebrate the 70 years of Matchbox, I'm guessing. Ground Grinder, and we got the Drill Digger, MBX Mini Swisher, and the Water Worker. So yeah, except for the Silverado, there's not much stuff here that I get excited about, but you know, gotta have them for the year video. And then I went to a flea market for the first time in years. Little bit story time here as to why I decided to go there. So the beginning of the previous century, my great-grandmother was living on a farm just outside of the city that I live in. And they had to relocate because the city was planning on holding the 1913 World Exposition, and they wanted to use the farmland outside of the city to hold the exposition on. So after the World Exposition, all the buildings were torn down, and they created a new neighborhood that was later became known as the Millions Quarter, because most of the houses there, or possibly all of the houses that were built there after the World Exposition, were worth more than 1 million Belgian francs. Nowadays, some of these houses are worth more than 1 million euro. So, being it was in a this flea market was held in a neighborhood, a borough, where there's supposedly a lot of rich people living there. I thought, well, maybe it's interesting to go there, and maybe I can score some nice diecast. So I found some good stuff. This is all from the same seller. So this lady had a bunch of diecast cars. Some were pretty played with and beat up, but I managed to find a bunch that were near mint. A few of them I already had, so I only picked up the ones that I did not have yet. She was asking €1 each. I thought that was pretty fair. And out of curiosity, I asked her why these cars were all in such great condition. So she told me that her father bought those cars for his grandson, so her son. But her son never really was into cars, so he never really played a lot with them. And her father gave his grandson a lot of cars. Unfortunately, most of them were already sold or gone. So I got to pick kind of what was left. So let's start with this Ford Mondeo by Majorette. This is an interesting one. This is a Super S, which means that it has steering. Not a huge or very well done feature, because the wheels tend to drag against the bodywork, so it's not not very well done, but kind of cool. So got a plastic base with plastic bumpers, trailer hitch, so a metallic silver metal body. Got a sliding sunroof here. That's a cool feature. And a brown interior with a proper steering wheel. And of course you get the lens headlights. So yeah, a nice find. Also found a bunch of Matchbox. Oh yeah, this was from around the year 2000, by the way. I don't have an exact year, but around 2000. Next up, this Ford LTD. This was available in 1992 and 1993 and was the first release of this casting. It's got a little bit of damage on the corners and on the mirrors, but other than that, it's in great condition. Radio XYZ cab. It's got suspension because, 90s. It's got a separate piece for the taxi sign. It's a blue interior, chrome base, makes for the chrome bumpers and the grille and headlights in the front. Number 56. Yeah, definitely a nice find. Then we got the school bus. So there's been several school buses, and you'll get to see all of them when I do the school bus video. This is a 2001 release, also the first release of this casting. Burton Hill Elementary Buffaloes. So no suspension on the rest of these cars, because they were from after the year 2000, when they ditched the suspension. On most of them, except for one, we will see that. It's got an opening door. Usually I push it in with my finger, and then I close it back up with this thingy underneath, because they hear the click. They click in very nicely, and if you try to open it with this, I don't want to break the thingy. It works, but better be careful with that. Got a red interior on this one. It's got kind of that Hummer front end. The PT Cruiser convertible is a casting I did not have an example of yet. This is the 2003 release, also the first release. It's got a metal rollover protection bar here. So PT Cruiser and the number 72 on the side. It's got a little scratch here, so not perfect, but you know, good enough. I only had the panel van version. What is it called? The Chrysler Panel Cruiser. So I'm glad to have the convertible too now. A little bit different front end. Got the same wheels. Different bumper in the back too. And this is actually not a window, but a black painted metal body. This was also a nice find. Reverse base on this one. Volkswagen Beetle Taxi, 2004 release. So this is the Beetle tooling with the taxi sign on top. Not to be confused with the one that has the soft top, which is very similar, but not the same. The soft top version has a trailer hitch, and the taxi version does not have it. White interior, amber windows, Hero City Taxi, $4.20. I don't know what the half means. 24/7. Is that for half an hour? $4.20. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, cool find. Only have a few examples of the taxi casting, so always a nice one to find. And this was the nicest find of them all. So this is the Land Rover 90. This is a 2006 Stars of Cars release, and that's why it has the dinky there on the base. And surprisingly, being a 2006 release, because they kind of faded out the suspension, and starting in the year 2000, this still has the suspension, oddly enough. Only side deco, no front or rear deco, but that's fine. Metal base, metal body, except for the roof that is plastic, and it's not discolored, so nice white roof. And yeah, really a surprisingly nice version of it, and in good nick. Sweet. From a different seller, find another Matchbox, the Honda Civic Type R. 2009 release. This was only 50 cents. Very hard to come by this casting. It's got deco front and rear. A little bit scratched up window piece, but other than that, it's in pretty good nick. So this is only my second example of this casting. And this one was also 50 cents from a different seller. This is the Ferrari F355 Challenge. This was a 2009 release in the Ferrari Racer set. This one has the co-molded 6-spoke wheels. So they're plastic tires, they're not rubber, but they are separate pieces. Someone had been painting some extra orange on there. You can still see some left there on top of the windshield, but I managed to remove most of it. It's been played with condition, but you know, these are kind of rare, so picked it up anyway. Thought that was a good enough find. Thanks for watching.